Season 64, War number 4. Today we matched up against Universal Stars, and the bands are, once I pull them up, Bastion, Sinister, Nico, Onslaught, and Spider-Woman. And my team today is going to be Dazzler, Maker, and Lumitrix. 8 fights this war. Pretty excited for this one because we're bringing Maker back. I don't even know if I played Maker that much the last real season of War we had. I played him a lot, like that first season of that tactic, and then not as much for the second one because I started using a lot more of Lumitrix that season. But funny enough, we actually have both of them here, and we're going to be utilizing Luma for 2 fights, I think Maker for 3, and then Dazzler for 3. So starting off with the Spider-Punk. This is a pretty simple one because when we go ahead and evade, we place a tracking on Spider-Punk, and you also saw me play into like the intercepts when he evades early on in the fight, but his counterattack missed. Even if it didn't, we'd be stun immune, so that wasn't a big deal either. And yeah, it's a very quick and easy fight. We'll go fight Captain Britain next, which this is just one where you send Maker here because he is Narrow Shock immune, and it's just a kind of slow fight because the exhaustions reduce Maker's damage by a lot because his plasma is tied to crit damage rating. So if I have 14 exhaustions on me like I do right there, it's not going to do a lot of damage, especially with Captain Britain's personal exhaustion and the node exhaustion. But like there's no threat to the fight. That's kind of why you send Maker here. Because if you're Narrow Shock immune, and I just am at least aware enough to remember that my stuns can fail when she's using a medium attack in psionic mode, there's basically nothing that can go wrong here. So I think I'm gonna wait out at least a little bit of the exhaustions and then go for a special 2. And I get rid of her personal 1 before I do it, and it brings her to 3% health, which I'm just gonna finish off by just dropping the special 1 here. She runs into it, and then she's dead. So now I'll go ahead and fight Nico Minoru on node 25. I have a White Magneto pre-fight from another Alliance member, which is probably essential for this matchup to work because you don't want to parry to make Nico unblockable a lot. You don't want to bait heavies because you'll get poisoned. The reason Dazzler works here is because she doesn't use Dex. She uses Dodge, which is basically Dex, but no Dex buff. And yeah, it means that I'm never going to get poisoned. The only way I can get poisoned in this fight is if I drop a special 2 into buff immunity, which, because of deaths that I've already had due to that, it's kind of hardwired in my brain at this point to never drop a special 2 with any champion into Nico's death immunity. I'm sorry, buff immunity. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and Dex her special 1 here. I probably could have Dazzling dashed into the final hits there because she wouldn't have had the falter. That would have been pretty cool, but it didn't matter too much. The buff immunity is off of me, and I'm like, I know I can full send at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a combo into my special 2, and that definitely finishes her off. We don't even need the final hit, which would have done like another 200,000 damage. And then we move on to the next fight, which is Baron Zemo on node 34. And this fight is unideal, and I kind of knew it was unideal when I was taking it because Dazzler isn't going to place any debuffs, but I'm just going to eventually get rooted and get bled because of the node placing fatigues on him. And when he gets unblockable too, it's kind of scary. Like, this fight is definitely not the easiest. And yeah, I didn't think it would be that easy. I think it might have actually been like the worst fight of the war for me. But it goes, like, we're not going to die to this fight, but it's a little bit long and a little bit annoying, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a combo into another special 1. I'm trying to like not always stay close to him for a long period of time just to mitigate the amount of fatigues I can place on him. It's not gonna matter in the long run because eventually I am just gonna get rooted, and I was hoping that it would be like after I drop my special 2, or because my special 2 could kill him, and then he just intercepts me, and yeah, clearly that didn't work out. But I go for a relic here, and do I go for the special 2 full send? I'm baiting a special attack simply because he has that resistance up, so on the very small chance that my special 2 doesn't kill, I wanted to like at least let it do the full damage and stuff. So we go ahead and drop it, and he's dead. I lost a good bit of health, but it wasn't that bad. It's just kind of how I expected the fight to go, where I'd take some damage but not really die to it. Okay, we have a rank 5 Onslaught next. This is literally the first rank 5 defender I've ever fought in War or in Battlegrounds, which is kind of crazy. And we're using Maker here. I actually originally assigned myself with Dazzler to this fight, and then I realized, oh wait, I have Maker on my team, so why would I do that? And yeah, I didn't have Maker on my team when I was playing this war originally, and then just worked out that way because I noticed I was going to be taking Path 6, and I thought I would be playing Solvark at first, and then I was like, no, I'll just use Maker because I want to play Maker. So that's exactly what happened. And yeah, he's going to completely wreck this Onslaught. We're going to go ahead and just evade into another heavy attack here. And then boom, Onslaught loses a good bit of health from that detonation. We have the Fury from Ebb and Flow, which is helping out a lot too. And also, we remove the protection before he falls into the mine, so we get the full benefit of the mine damage as well, as long as everything is lining up right. So I'm going to go for a heavy attack right after this evade here, and then a special 2 is going to finish him off. So get a special intercept, which I get right there, and he's dead. I don't even think I had that many suppressions, which could have made the damage even better. But yeah, just enough to get the fight down. We'll go fight Punisher on node 41 once again. I did this fight last war. This one is just about as clean. I did take a couple hits, but I had an invul boost, and it didn't really matter in the long run. I'm using Maker pre-fights because I knew I'd have enough extra ones where I could just use them on my other 2 minis. Which I believe they fall off very fast because I don't really work to maintain them a lot. Like, I could have used a heavy to refresh them if I wanted to, but I'm more focused on just getting my tempo up so I can nuke Punisher at the end of the day. And yeah, like, they're not really gonna do much there even if I did keep them up the whole fight, because 30% special drain is just whatever, and the cowardice 12.5%, it's whatever. All the Maker pre-fights are only half the potency if you're using them with a champ who isn't Maker, or a tech champ, or a Maker synergy member, and Dazzler is none of those things. So she only gets half the potency of the pre-fights. And yeah, it's just because of the fact that I had them for free, I was just like, sure, I might as well use them. So we just wait out his first indestructible, and because we are a hero mutant, we can just prevent the future indestructibles from triggering during my special attacks, and then Dazzler just cooks him. So, alright, next up we're fighting High Evolutionary on Hazard Shift Cold Snap Bleed. Lumatrix is bleed immune, we'll go ahead and use him, and Luma is like one of my favorites High Evolutionary counters. This fight, I almost died to it the first time I ever played it. This is the like 3rd or 4th time I've done this fight before, and now I kind of have it down. This is the first time I've done it without the war tactic that Lumatrix was a part of, which doesn't really change that much. And again, I use a Maker pre-fight, it's just going to fall off very fast, but it doesn't really change that much. If we had the tactic from last season, it would make it to where all of High Evo's debuffs are going to fall off me much faster. That's about it, and I really should have worked on stacking up some more of the personal endurance, because then at least we would bypass a lot of inequity. Other than that, there's not a big reason for me to do that, so it didn't change much. But I'm just waiting out the Cold Snap phase. Normally in Hazard Shift fights, like, I don't really care if I take a few debuffs that are ones that I'm not immune to, but in Lumatrix's case on this node, we really want to never get a Cold Snap on us, because the Cold Snap will also prevent Luma's evade, and we have to be able to evade to get Luma's kit going, right? So I take the combo detonation there, it's fine, like it doesn't really hurt me that much. He's going to be passive and I'm not going to be able to keep my cunning, but at least I'll be able to still have 6. 8 is the guaranteed crits, which is definitely what I would have preferred, but we still do plenty of damage on the basics that are mostly critting, because we still have very high crit rate, of course. But yeah, the fight goes down there. It's just about getting the 3 bars of power, and then Lumatrix kills about anything, so yeah, even in the Cold Snap phase, I'll just be aggressive because he's going to die like 20 seconds after I drop my special 1. So, we're going to go ahead and fight this Jean Grey boss as the last fight of the war, and I do have Mr. Fantastic pre-fights, which I believe fall off pretty fast, which, you know, I guess I'm just the king of making my pre-fights fall off this war or something, but yeah. we'll go fight her here. And this is the first time I've taken a Gene Boss with Maker that wasn't in the tactic that Jean Grey was tactic defense and Maker was tactic offense in. And actually, it makes this an easier fight because the last tactic, it had Rage and it had a Taunt, which the Taunt was just part of the boss node, it wasn't part of the tactic, but those two things combined added up to a ridiculous amount of attack reduction in just the Taunt reducing attack in general, and then Inequity when you add the Rage in, and it just made Maker's damage output incredibly weak. And here, our damage output is not being mitigated whatsoever, and it's just extremely much more simple. That was a weird sentence, but you know what I mean. So basically, we do the same rotation. We're just going to go ahead and get to Special 3 after we drop our first Special 1. And we'll do just the cycle where we have our mine basically refreshing itself every half second after she triggers it. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Like, we're going to place the mine here, or make it do the thing where it goes to refresh itself every half second, and just keep letting her run into it. It's pretty simple. I just want to intercept over it a lot, and yeah, she takes a lot of damage. I have to be very careful of the stun me in phase still, because Maker does really want the stun, so I just have to be a lot more passive when I can't do that. And we'll go ahead and just do another mine here, and then I think I'll go for one more of my Special 3s. And then I might need 2 Special 3s actually. So this mine is going to do a good bit of damage still, and we'll go ahead and push her into it right here. It's a little bit annoying when she drops a Special 1 right after my Special 3, because it does push her a decent distance away from the mine and stuff, but it's not that bad. So here I'm going to get her to run into it, and then we need to go ahead and refresh it with our heavy attack now, because our overcharged mine period went away, because it only lasts 12 seconds after the Special 3. But I'm going to go ahead and do another detonation there, and then we'll go for one more Special 3. And then after that Special 3, a Special 2 should be able to finish her off. Assuming we get a decent bit of mine triggers and stuff, of course. I did go for... That was weird. I went for an evade, it triggered on phase, and then my hits just didn't land, and then I hit her unstoppable from the unphased, and got hit a little bit, but whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just going to go for a Special 2 here. She doesn't have her force field, and then she goes down. So, yeah, very simple fight. Very reasonably fast now, because of the fact that the Taunt and Inequity isn't in play anymore, and we did it in less than half the time allowed, so I will happily take that. And we did also win the war 10-7, so GG's to Universal Stars. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.